Well, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to my Ford Transit Campervan build, and for a bit of a novelty we've got an outside intro today because it's not raining or that cold. Today's episode is going to be used as a four-way stretch so I can finish off the doors and the pillars inside the van, because I decided I wanted to go down that route opposed to panelling over them because that's more weight, and using stretch carpet is going to be a lighter option. But what I am going to be using is firstly going to get this sort of a layer of 7mm close cell foam just for a bit more padding and a bit more insulation, because on these I haven't got any insulation inside these door panels. Apart from this area there's no way to access the cavity, so I'm going to add 7mm close cell foam as sort of a bit of an insulation layer, and so there's a bit of a barrier between the cold metal and the carpet. That's sticky back, that's got its own sticky backing on it, which is great. And then I'm going to use trusty trim fix, which is what I've used for putting the floor down, the PVC panels in the bathroom, and a bunch of other applications, because it's just really good spray adhesive. But we are doing it outside the doors open, as it's one of its features, I believe it does say, is it's a known cause of cancer, so make sure you don't breathe the chemicals, and when we are using it we're going to wear a mask. And the colour wise I've gone for anthracite, which is dark grey, more or less to mimic the colour of the actual paintwork of the van, because the light, although the theme for all the material inside the van is light blue, that's going to show up dirt really easily on the doors. And I've also got some lighter silver grey stuff, which is the same sort of colour as the cab. For another video, when we build the bulkhead sliding door, that's going to be the grey colour for the cab side, so it sort of matches what the van looks like in the cab. But yeah, let's get started. So this material's just got a silver reflective side, 7mm foam, and then a sticky adhesive on the other. So I'm just going to cut panels out of that and fit it to the pillars. So with the foam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up to this edge, which is where the seal goes for the door seals. I don't want the foam to go there because it's probably going to inhibit the seal, and then I'll have a little bit of overlap with the carpet itself. So I still want those seals to work properly, so if I put carpet I don't think it's going to seal there. Right, let's figure it out. Right, so I've done the insulation stuff on this pillar, and I think the best solution is probably going to be do the carpet for this bit first, so I can get sort of a feel of how well this works on it before I do everything. So I'm just going to remove, I'll do my best to remove this trim. Right, trim fix time. So I'm just going to spray all the areas, protecting my bits I don't want glue on them, and then spray the carpet and apply it. Well, having never used it before, it's pretty forgiving stuff. Right, time to do that side, then I'll neaten it up. So, first attempt at four-way stretch. Actually pretty happy with the end result. So I'm going to do the same for these doors. Probably just going to get on with it because it's getting cold and dark and it's going to rain tomorrow, so I want to get as much as I can. So time for more of the insulation foam on all of these panels. Just to bear in mind, so I don't end up ruining the seals, I'm going to do both this carpet lining and the insulation to here, so that this seal is still against the flat metal edge and not the material, because I imagine if it's against the material it's not going to seal very well. So there's one of the doors done. I've just put all of the insulation on. It doesn't look amazing at the minute, but it's all going to get covered with the four-way stretch, which should hide all my terrible cutting lines and the minute gaps. Right, so top tip don't use spray glue at night in -2. It just doesn't stick very well. But eventually got there. I don't know if I'm super happy, but generally it's what I wanted. And it's surprising, like this is obviously quite cold metal with no insulation inside, and this is sort of warm, but it's a lot higher temperature than this stuff is. So I think it's going to do the job quite well. And then it's just sort of neatening up some of the final parts of the van, really. Then wait for a new day and do this one, and do this one. Alexa, turn the lights on.
Okay.
Attempt 2, and I'm going to streamline the process. I think the main issue with the first door, well, they did all the glue at once, which means the stuff at the bottom was not really sticky anymore by the time I actually got the door on. So I'm going to do just the top panel, then spray some more glue and just work it way down. I think that's going to be a far better result. It's not my best work, but you know, I'm pretty happy with it. And that's pretty much the finished article for the carpet at the doors. I do like the original metal look, but I think just because it's meant to be a 4-season van, having that insulation, that 7mm insulation behind the carpet and then on top, just adds a little bit extra. I've had it in for a little while now on both of these, and it seems to have worked quite well. That I've got the carpet going high enough that you don't see the metalwork, but not high enough that it interferes with the door seal, so they haven't been leaking any rain. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to end the video there. Nothing groundbreaking, it's just doing spray carpet, which many van builders do. But I thought I'd show you the process that I used to get along the way and how I've done it. That insulation 7mm foam stuff I actually think is really good. If I was to do anything about the van again, I'd probably use that on the very outer metal skin of the van at the very early stages, and then the rest of my insulation on top. But yeah, thank you very much for following me. If there's anything you want to ask, probably best to message me on Instagram. Like and subscribe if you like what you've seen. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.